All right. Hey, folks, we're back, and it's still here once again.
I'm not leaving.
And so we did a little pickup. Ant and our buddy Kev, our illustrious editor Kev, I should say. We did a pickup of a bunch of Jeff Minter titles. Most was for the VIC, which I got, and Ant got a nice copy of Matrix.
I did.
Which you've never played on the VIC before.
I have not.
And it's one of your favourite 64 games. But you've never played the original VIC version. So I thought, while we're here, we're going to hook up the VIC 20 and we're going to play Matrix. Now, I'm kind of a little lazy on this front because this is actually the US version, Attack of the Mutant Camels, Grid Runner 2, which is running on my penultimate cart in my VIC because lazy. But it's basically the same game. So...
Not to be confused with Attack of the Mutant Camels.
On the 64 and Atari.
Yes.
Which is, Empire Strikes Back 2600S.
It's all very confusing.
Yeah. Do you want to have the first run?
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll try. Am I going? I'm going.
Yep. Go for it.
There is so much I love about this game. It's beautiful simplicity. Everything about it's perfect. On the C64, on the VIC version, I've already noticed some differences. Obviously, because of the resolution and character size is a bit different. So your play area is a bit smaller. So all my tactics are already failing. And the X and Y zappers behave differently as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's really interesting already.
Yeah. So I actually found when I was doing the review for Laser Zone not too long ago. I actually found myself playing the Commodore 16 version, which Jeff didn't do the conversion of. And it's actually really, I had my best ever run in it.
Yeah.
Just because they tweaked the fire.
Oh wow.
They tweaked the firing rate just a bit.
Oh, okay.
Just enough that it was a lot faster to zap.
Nice. Nice.
I think the colour palette was a little duller, which I was a bit disappointed about because have you ever seen Void Runner on the 16?
I have not.
I should do a comparison with that.
Okay.
Because Void Runner is really nice. It uses the TED colours palette really well.
Okay.
But it was designed for that. Jeff designed it for that.
Awesome.
Rather than a 64. So
yeah, this is interesting. I'm not doing very well at the moment because I'm so used to playing on the C64.
And you're probably also used to Attack 2.
Yeah. But just everything's quite different here, and the screen size is making it different because I've got standard tactics for each level. I can get to zone, 12, 13, pretty much without thinking on the C64 because it's my go-to game.
Yep.
Matrix and got bombed again. So I often use it just to chill out.
Yep.
Being a Minter game, it's great to zone out to. Yeah, so it's good, but obviously a lot of my tactics aren't really working here, but that's fine. It's still effectively the same game. We've got the Snitch at the top now.
Yeah.
Doing his thing.
I think it's only on the 64 version it's a Camel for the US version. Here, yeah, because the Snitch is
it's a little guy
yeah.
On the C64 version as well.
On Matrix, I think on AMC, the US version, it's actually a little Camel.
Not that I've seen.
Oh.
I've got...
You've actually got a Matrix...
I've got multiple versions.
Pretty
sure, unless there's something else I'm not aware of.
Well, I was always...
I mean, you get the Camel levels, obviously.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
I actually thought they changed it. I'm probably wrong on that because I load Matrix on the 64.
No, I'd be curious to see, but I've got the carts for AMC.
Yep.
On the C64, and that's I've got several carts. And the Snitch is a little guy.
Yeah. Okay. I loaded off tape. I just loaded off tape and sit through the Nova load.
Interesting. That's really, really.
So you can see that the scroller, how just it feels a bit spaced out weirdly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I find when I haven't played this as much as I have on the 64, and definitely nowhere near as much as you have. And yeah, I found that it definitely is a lot harder here. Grid Runner, I definitely much prefer on the VIC.
Yeah.
The 64, it's too sparse.
Yep.
Whereas I think Matrix doesn't suffer that as much.
Yeah. Look, Grid Runner, you've got your play area that you can move your ship in. I think is less as well.
Yeah.
You've got more freedom of movement in Matrix.
Yeah.
Which, for me, it opens up more, the playfield's more open, and you've got more space to manoeuvre, makes it a better game.
Oh.
The bombs are still nasty.
Yeah. Mentor.
It's interesting though. The grid itself, the background grid's moving a bit differently, but I think because of the character sizes, it's a bit of a different game. It's a bit chunkier on the VIC as well.
Yep,
it moves a bit smoother on the C64. I feel, but overall, it's the same game. And
frantic slice of
life. It's hard.
In classic Minter tradition.
Yeah, exactly right. But I could certainly see how once you get used to how this version of Matrix works, you could get back into that zone again.
Yeah.
There's certainly like a comfort level. Oh, those bombs are really nasty.
Brutal. Yeah.
Really brutal. Because certainly with the C64 version, because you pretty much know where things are coming out, you learn the patterns of the X and Y zapper as well. They have certain kind of like behaviour, and you can pick up on things like, for example, in Matrix, that was pretty bad. See how the droids dropped down straight away, and then because they were trapped, so they moved right down.
Yep.
You do tend to play Matrix on the right hand side of the screen.
Yep.
Because the Y zapper comes from the left, so you do tend to stay on that side. Do you want to grab?
Go for it. Have a run.
So you do get to learn the safety areas for the Y zapper, and you've got to be careful when it's going to zap in that far right hand column.
Yeah.
And you can kind of pick that up. Certainly on the C64 version, you know when it's going to happen. So normally here, I would just strafe across there, and the level would be finished on the C64 version.
Yep.
Because I know where the Y zapper shoots.
Yeah.
But here it's shot in a different space, so I couldn't do that because I would have got hit.
Yep.
And I'm forever worried it's going to zap me in that right hand right hand column there.
I think from my experience playing, I've never actually reached the point where I've got those timings now. I need to play a lot more Matrix.
Yeah, it's interesting. See, that bomb got me. I went back into the bomb after dodging it.
Yep.
And I'm wondering if the bombs move a bit differently in this one, the C64 version.
I wonder.
They're quite fast. They fall very quickly.
We can have a look at the tape because I should still have the footage around from my episode when I recorded Matrix nearly 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Which, running off PAL hardware, so be interesting comparison.
Yeah.
Because the thing with the VIC is, how due to the TV timings, the NTSC 64 is slightly faster than the PAL one.
Yep.
It's the other way around on the VIC.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I've been reading up about your stuff since I got the VIC.
Yep.
I really love the Captain Kirk's little wonder computer.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great little beast.
Yeah.
I saw the 8-bit guys.
Yes, that was an excellent video.
Yeah, really, really good.
I'll pop a link in the description if you haven't seen
really
it.
Good. All of his stuff's worth checking out.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really great. Stitch back.
And not just because, there was an episode where he showed, receiving a parcel with a little bear.
Yes, indeed. Nice little plug for Pond there. Very good. Note the t-shirt.
Always be selling, as our friend Camel would say.
Indeed. So here's the Camel level now. So where your score is just rapidly ticking down.
Yeah, and I swear when
you see right hand side.
Jerk, zapper.
So if I'm correct, I remember my Minter tips. He's going to get me. Oh yeah, see. Now I'm learning already. I'm learning slowly but surely. That's mean. If I leave 1 or 2, I should get a bonus. There we go.
Nice work. So I know there's one bonus where if they reach the bottom in general.
Here's our deflectors.
Now
that's strafing. That's how you need to do it. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm really been enjoying just watching you smash it like a pro.
Yeah, it's.
I feel like a total noob.
You just gotta watch. You just gotta watch those bombs. The bombs do seem to. They're pretty nasty on the C64 version as well. So now they're definitely a slower grid, I think.
Yeah.
C64 one.
Yeah, because I think this point on the 64 it's starting to do the diagonal scrolling.
Possibly, yeah. On zone 6, quite possibly. You rarely get hit by the Y zapper, I find, because the X zapper, the Y zapper is the one that
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
That's from my experience as well.
Yeah.
So what's that? The Y zapper on the bottom.
Yeah, and also the snitch got me. So
damn snitch.
Not watching the snitch. Of course, you get an extra man. I think every time you complete a zone.
Yeah, that's
so you can rack the men up pretty well, which is good.
which you need.
Which you do need. You certainly need it. I saw that coming. And of course, the problem is if you're holding fire down, you don't see the bombs coming down.
Yep.
Because the bombs are invincible.
Yep.
You saw that glitch there where one of my shots got stuck.
Ooh, I'll have to watch that.
I think that also appears in the C64 version.
I wouldn't be surprised if it did, just from same code base.
Yeah, the C64 version also has on the camel levels, definitely it occurs where you land up half a camel. And it's just there. You can still finish the zone. It just
it's just like a visual glitch.
It's just a visual glitch.
Yeah. One of the things I thought was interesting was like in terms of that subtle difference was it reminded me of actually something I learned in Laser Zone after I did the video. So in the video I talked about how with the VIC version there are points where you would stop firing.
Yeah.
It turns out that you have to line up with the little notches on the side of the playfield.
Oh, okay.
And if you don't have like one of your cannons lined up, it won't shoot. So you can actually do that as a tactic to only shoot in one direction.
Oh, that's interesting.
I only learned that because in the hall that you got your copy of Matrix in, I got Laser Zone for the VIC.
Yeah.
Laser Zone, Hellgate, Metagalactic Llamas, and Tracks. And I was reading the instructions so yeah, I actually needed to do a correction of that. I wish that stuff had come up like a few weeks earlier.
Yeah.
Because I always thought that'd be basically the same thing. So hey,
I like that.
Nice run.
That's okay. Got to 6, I think.
What's your best score on the 64 version?
Oh wow, I couldn't tell you. I actually just look at what zone I get to. To be honest, I try to get up to zone. If I can get to zone 15 or 16 of the 20, then it's a good run.
Nice. That's about what I got up to when I was playing on the C16 that time.
Yeah.
Again, the C16 is like this. Is this Super VIC 20? Is the way I feel.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I do love the color palette. Is just it's great that they've got that.
Yep.
Almost Atari-like.
Yeah.
Sort of shading that you can do.
Yeah, with so many colors.
All the gradients.
Oh, absolutely. I'm doing terrible. I should shut up.
Yeah, so this is certainly a game where you do need to get into the zone. Very typical of Minter.
And that's why I love his work. I've been meaning to do a video on it for ages. I've been there's been a few instances in my life where one of them was I was demoing Backfire at a convention last year, so 2016.
Yep.
And I just had a really stressful first day. It was a two-day convention. First day I was just stressing, just making sure everything went to plan. And at the end of the night, I sort of hung around the retro space, which is just a couple of steps away from where the games area was. And my buddy Marcus had his Jag there and had T2K on it. And I just had the best game I ever had at Fantasy 2000.
Yeah. Certainly for me, Matrix, playing it at home on the C64, that is a game where if I've had a stressful day, I can turn that on and just literally zone out. And it's very cathartic, it's very relaxing.
Alright, I'm going to have another run because my run was so terrible.
Yeah, please, go ahead. I'm happy I got to 6, that's fine. There are some noticeable differences between the versions. Enough. Yeah, to throw you if you're used to one over.
Yeah. I think that's the thing, I mainly played this on the 64.
Yeah. But the secret to this game is really knowing how to do those strafing runs and not get hit.
Yep. By the zappers. Yeah. Nice.
I put my zappers around the wrong way. Which was the X?
I'd say
Y X.
Do we have to ping Jeff and Twitter on this?
I don't know.
I feel like
for some reason I keep calling the one that shoots upwards the Y zapper, and maybe I've been wrong all these years. I don't know.
Yeah, I always thought XY because you say XY and you always see that one moving down the left is first.
It's weird. Even though that's the y-axis. And that's the x-axis.
But it shoots on the x-axis.
It does. There we go. So
maybe you're right.
Maybe. I'm not really sure. But anyway, the one that goes across the bottom and has the stream.
Yeah.
That's the one to watch because it can block your strafing runs.
Like that.
So, yeah. So to get through... And some of the bonuses, I think, actually do work on how quick you can finish the level. I think. I don't really know. But certainly some, but if you can finish it off quickly.
What I might do is I should have the tweet from Jeff that when he was talking to us about it in my favourites. I might grab it and quote it on the screen or something. So
great.
Because like Jeff is great in that he's got all the games like free to download and chill and enjoy them. Jeff's cool like that. And then go buy Polybius for the PS4 or Tempest 4000 when it drops. Apparently Tempest 4000 is supposed to be out for Christmas.
Wow. Yeah. Fantastic. That's great.
I'm very looking forward to Tempest 4000. I'm glad that they were able to...
It's a good thing.
Yeah, to put the hatchet.
It's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
And VR Tempest.
Yeah.
That's just like...
Yep.
And people look at weirdly when we talk about Jeff. It's like, I joke that I don't need certain... I don't have to worry about substances because I have Llamasoft games.
This is true. I'm very keen to get back into Polybius, as we were saying, PSVR as well. So,
because now you've got to beat my score twice. Because you've got to beat the score that I set on your PSN account when I was visiting you for the C64.
True.
And then you've now got to beat the score that I have on my own set up here.
I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Use the force. Use the force and restart best.
Restart. Yeah.
Restart best was how I did it because I made it like I'm up like 51 million.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a rush, but it's a beautiful rush.
It's a solid score.
It's like I don't believe that. Yeah, see, we were talking about this.
Yes. It's tricky.
It is. I'm actually just playing this right now. It just makes me a little sad because Grid Runner for. Did you ever play the mobile Grid Runner that he did a few years ago?
I did. Grid Runner Plus Plus?
No.
Yes.
Grid Runner, the Mindstorm Project one.
I did.
You could at least still play it. I have to dig up an old iOS device.
Yeah. Although, weirdly enough, I tried to play it not that long ago and it was glitching out for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, even on your, what's your main Android thing of choice?
I got Samsung now.
Yeah,
back to the Samsung. I might give it another go, though, to see...
That's a bummer, because it's bad, it's bad enough.
It was good.
It was such an amazing game.
Yeah.
That whole Minotaur Project stuff, like Minotaur Rescue, which I don't know if you ever played because that wasn't converted over.
No, I never actually played that.
I'm gonna have to see if I got an old device that I can charge up quickly so you can, because that to you, what you're talking about with Matrix, Minotaur Rescue was for me for actually quite a few months. Just like I could sit in the bed with the iPad and just chill out massively to that game, and the fact that the way the apps still work means that those games are no longer playable on modern devices kind of really depresses me.
Yeah.
And I think it's stuff like that is why I'm getting a lot more interested in preservation and
absolutely
how to really
watch those zappers, right?
and how to really work around that. Like, one thing I want to do is I want to talk about I'm wanting to get my head around using the cryoflux, and I'd like to do some stuff on that. Because I've got disc games that I've bought, some sealed, that aren't actually in some of the common archives. And I'd like to get those done. Because just for my own, safety's sake.
Oh, absolutely. And it's a thing to pass down to people that are interested in the future.
Yeah, I think that being able to play the games in their original release form is really important.
Absolutely.
Like, I kind of hate seeing, cracked games, and I hate seeing videos of cracked games with defaced title screens. I don't know if it's just because I create games and I feel insulted by that. Like, I don't want to see my games with defaced title screens.
I see your point. I mean, I do appreciate some cracks that have trainers. Fix bugs.
I think the stuff Remember and Nostalgia do. They do it really respectful.
And that's the thing. There's a respectful way of doing it. so you appreciate what the people who
Yeah.
originally made the game.
But there are like crackers who like these are all cracks done in the 80s where they just get to the title screen and they would just change credits. You know, so imagine if Matrix AMC was done and the by Jeff Minter was changed to like design and programming by Jeff Minter was changed to whoever cracked it off cartridge or whatever.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bit disrespectful. That's the kind of thing I
see
don't
your
like.
point. Yeah.
We played a lot of Matrix. I don't know.
It was good.
It was good. Matrix.
I might play a bit more.
I think I'm more than happy to let you play it off camera for a bit more.
Very good.
Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed these videos.
I love coming here. It's great.
Next time if I come off a 64 again, maybe we should do this in your office.
I would like to have a setup as good as yours. We'll see how we go.
Well, if it's like my trip up this year, I mean, I'll be bringing my camera and all of that.
Ah, true. No, it's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
So thank you all very much for watching. You know the deal. Click the like. Love to hear your thoughts. Hope you learned some cool stuff about Matrix. I certainly did. I definitely want to play the 64 version a bit more when I get some time.
Play more Minter games.
That's just a general directive that just applies perfectly. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll catch you next time.